heard about the emotion code and are wondering, is this even from God? Is this Christian? Where is it from? My name is Juliana and I'm a certified emotion code practitioner here in Nashville. Just to give you some personal background, I grew up in a Christian home, immersed in ministries and church activities. So much so, I went on to work in global missions for 8 years in over 30 countries. So I understand that when something new comes onto the scene, the Christian community may be a bit skeptical, especially if there aren't a lot of Christian words used to explain it. So today I'm going to do my best to put this new healing modality, the emotion code, into Christian context. Does God want us to experience healing and wholeness? Absolutely. I believe that God is like a perfect, loving parent who has our very best interest in mind and desires for our lives to thrive. God is for us and He's for our healing. So let's put this in biblical context. In Exodus 15:26, we read, "For I am the Lord God who heals you." Also in Psalm 147:3, we read, "He heals the brokenhearted and bandages their wounds." In Matthew 11:28 through 29, we read, "Come to me, all you who are tired and have heavy loads," possibly emotional baggage, "and I will give you rest. Accept my teachings and learn from me, because I am gentle and humble in spirit, and you will find rest for your lives. The burden that I ask you to accept is easy. The load I give you to carry is light." So through history, God has allowed new ways of healing to be revealed so that body, mind, and soul, we would be made more whole. So yes, clearly, new developments in the medical field have transformed the way we do health. But there are many examples where new advancements in health and science were initially rejected by the church or the medical community. Take, for example, Semmelweis, a Hungarian doctor, who said it was best to wash their hands between performing autopsies and working with the new mothers in the maternity ward. As they implemented this radical new idea of disinfecting your hands at the hospital, the mortality rates dropped tremendously. Even so, he continued to face ridicule for his crazy ideas and was forced into an insane asylum, beaten, and died soon after. Throughout history, we see how God has given brilliant ideas to help us thrive on this planet if we are open to those changes. The emotion code is one of those brilliant ideas. This all started with Dr. Bradley Nelson working as a chiropractor in Southern California. Here's how he describes the development of this technique. The emotion code came together as I worked on patients daily, finding out what worked, discarding what didn't, and learning everything I could about healing methods that my colleagues were using and from ancient texts on healing as well. I also developed a private personal habit of quickly and silently asking for God's help with each patient whom I was about to treat, and so gathered gradual and sometimes sudden inspiration from above. So there you have it. I call this a gift from God to bring more healing and life to us all. Does God do the healing? Yes, in many ways. Sometimes healing can come by way of a doctor that knew the right procedure for the body. Other times it can come naturally over time. Sometimes healing comes divinely and instantly. You could say the emotion code is a bit of each of these. A practitioner works with God to bring healing to a person. Part of the work is totally explainable by science. Other aspects are not fully researched yet. Before each session, a practitioner is instructed to ask for divine direction before starting their work. Depending on their beliefs, they may use a different word for that divine connection, but like we established earlier, God is the one who does the healing. For those Christians that subscribe more to scientific evidence over miraculous healing, the research is in the works. I have no doubts that science will in time prove this work to be true. Honestly, it's like the guy who insisted they wash their hands and then poof, the mortality rate drastically decreased. Was it a divine miracle? Was it magic? Call it whatever you want, but ultimately someone was working with the laws of nature, germs, to bring healing. Although the emotion code technique may seem unconventional right now, I believe future generations will laugh at the situation as we do about past generations not believing the germ theory. So as we move forward, do we need to label the emotion code a Christian thing? I believe this is simply a humanity thing. It's for everyone because God desires that everyone be healed regardless of what they believe. There are emotion code practitioners who do keep Christian language so that they will be better received by a religious community. You may find my communication is in broader terms as I desire to connect with a broader community. To me, the emotion code is simply a new, amazing tool to further give us all more power, love, and a sound mind. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. By the way, the best way to understand what the emotion code is all about is to experience it firsthand with my first free sample session. Check out the link below. Behold, friends, God is doing new things. Don't you perceive it? He loves to make pathways through barren lands and spring up living water where you least expected it. May you be refreshed by God's abundant love and present peace today. Bye for now.